Good morning and happy Sunshine Sunday. We know the sun is in Libra energy, guys. And praying for everyone, even if we have another storm coming, by the way. So even if the storm hits your area, I pray for safety. I pray that your house still remains intact. I pray for no flooding. I hope everyone prays for the safety of those in areas that may be affected, areas that won't be affected. Everyone, just continue to pray for the best. That's all I'm going to say on that. Always pray for the best. Anyways, today I pulled from the African Goddess Oracle card deck and I pulled Bakomo. Bakomo, interesting story. She hails from, I'm gonna read more about this too. She hails from the Temple of the Lovers. Her element is the bush. This is the goddess of soul forgiveness. Okay. Now, what interesting thing about this story that I'm going to read more about after this is that her father actually dismissed her and her children to earth. Well, she had twin children there. So the guidance for this card is this: who do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you from you. You can't rush forgiveness though. You have to feel it to heal it. I say that all the time. You have to feel it to heal it. If you don't know why you hold this aggression, if you don't allow this pain to let it sit there for a second, because when you let the pain or sadness sit there for a second, that's when you can start analyzing what triggers it. You got to analyze what's your triggers, right? And so once you start analyzing your triggers, you be like, okay, I'm triggered from X, Y, and Z, from X, Y, and Z situation. And then you'll learn to either stop putting yourself in the situation, forgive the situation, and really understand the situation. Because a lot of times the pain inflicted onto us from other people could be pain that they have resonating within themselves. Projection is real, and misery love company is real. But if you don't know, you can't heal what you don't know is there. I say that all the time. So anyhow, and that's something really deep, and it's forever. It's forever, because you're always going to be triggered in different situations. That's what emotions are, right? They're fleeting. They come and they go. And an important thing about it is to be patient with it, and don't think because you remove yourself from certain people, situations, and things like that, that all of a sudden you're healed. No, because you can be in a group of another people or another situation and get triggered by the exact same thing. And next thing you know, you're starting all over again. So I think it's important to recognize that and allow yourself grace, allow yourself time, and understand, understand. And here's a piece from me. One thing that I get triggered by is really bad is people who throw shade, without knowing the full situation or whatever. And it's people who may throw, but then I started realizing people who throw shade in regards to someone else or their situation, you have to look at it as if it was someone talking about what you have going on, or who you are as a person, or who they're protecting. How would you defend them? So instead of it becoming a trigger for you, now I have an understanding that, okay, if it was me in this situation and I was the one person throwing shade, but I know why I'm throwing the shade, or I know why I'm saying this, it's because of protection from X, Y, and Z of how I feel. I understand it. So I'm no longer triggered or offended. But I also know around certain situations, people, places, or things, what I can do to prevent that trigger from even occurring. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times it's things that you have to do within self to make sure that you don't put yourself in a situation to where you can be triggered, or you can do actions to cause your triggers to happen. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of that. It's a lot of self-ownership, which is accountability, recognition, understanding, and compassion. and grace. So I hope that helps someone. I hope you understood. I try to give an example from my life because no one is perfect. We all have triggers, and we all can trigger because we can be triggerers, and we all have been triggered, so it's no one is without flaw, but you got to recognize where your flaw is, because sometimes your flaw can be your biggest downfall, but also your flaw can be your protector. Your flaw can be the thing that gets you to the next step. So it's recognizing the flaws and accepting them, but knowing when to showcase them and knowing when to pull them back some, because sometimes you showcase your flaw in the wrong situation. Next thing you know, you mad as hell because you started it. If you, you know what I mean? Like, if you really look at it, like, you kind of started. If you would have just chill out and stayed where you was at, you wouldn't been triggered. You know what I mean? So anyhow, you guys stay blessed, stay safe, stay protected. Don't forget to follow whatever platform you're on, and you have a wonderful day. Peace out.